hope you're all doing really, really well. Today's class is a nice, short, sharp 20-minute stretch. So perfect just beforehand if you want to mobilise, before you go out for a walk, run, whatever it might be. But also just great throughout the day if you just need to get going, off your office chair, whatever it might be. It's going to start in a comfortable seat, sitting cross-legged with the flesh from your bottom, close down the eyes, drop your hands onto the backs of the knees and just take a moment, take a couple of breaths. Notice where your breath is coming from today. If it's caught up in your chest, and if you can start to move that breath down into your lower belly. So as you take these rounds of breath, try to focus on the inhalation and your exhalation. Start to drop your chin into your chest. Feel the length of your spine. Open up, and then just very gently begin to move the head from side to side. Semicircles rocking back and forth, nice and easy. You can flutter the eyelids open at any point or keep the eyes closed. When you're ready, give the shoulders a nice roll all the way back up and down, dropping the fingertips to the mat on that side and draw the hand over. So left hand to the mat, arm all the way up and overhead, taking that lateral stretch through the side body. Keep creating space for the shoulder, breathing in, breathing out. From there, you're going to just take that top leg and just begin to move that out to the side, and then just flex that foot on your right side. Really come into the inner thigh. You can drop the palm down, the forearm down, inhale. And on your exhale, just drop a bit deeper. On the inhale, start to lift up. And on your exhale, move yourself over into that stretch. Janu stretch down the side of the body, working into your lower back. Working into your hamstring. You can definitely keep softness in the knee there. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Roll up through the spine, cross the legs, take the opposite cross, the more awkward one perhaps. Sit up nice and tall, inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, take the opposite hand down to the mat, reach all the way over, palm facing down, space for the ears, the neck. Breathing in, breathing out. If it's too much for the neck, you can always look down at the fingertips. And then when you're ready, begin to release that left leg, long stretch, flex through the foot, see your inner thigh, reaching over, open up through the hip a little bit more. Exhaling, inhale, lift, and exhale, move over to that side. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, keep flexing through those toes, perhaps coming to twist the body a little bit more so you get the stretch in the lower back. Last breath. As you rise and come up, take the cross leg again, and then just begin to drop the fingertips behind you, nice flat back, and walk the hands all the way up, bow the head. We're going to move back over to that left hand side, dropping the belly over the thigh, keep pressing down through the opposite side. Keep dropping through the right hip. Walking the hands back through center. Take a moment in the center of the pose. Or head to the mat, or that's okay if you're up a little bit higher and perhaps the forearms are just dropping down. And then begin to move over to the opposite side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Walk the hands back through center. Begin to round up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra. Roll the shoulders back and down. Moving all the way through onto all fours. Taking a couple of cat and cow. You're going to take your fingertips all the way away, nice and long, and drop the belly. So there's a bit of an extension. Look up with the eyes. On the exhale, draw the hands in, tent the fingertips, curl the toes under, and come into that cat stretch. Just one more. Hands move away from you. Inhaling and allow the belly to drop, the hips to fly up, pressing through the top of your feet. And on your exhale, fingertips walk in, round through the spine, curl the toes under, and come back into that cat stretch. If you need any more of those, definitely take a couple of more. Otherwise, begin to release. Drop the fingertips down, that first finger pointing forwards. Begin to stretch that right leg behind you and just really press into the calf muscle. Perhaps you take a couple of seesaws, rocks. Switch legs, right knee down, left leg pressing through. And just take those rocks. Drop the knees back in, curl the toes under, lift your hips lovely and high, coming into that loaded beast down dog variation. Bending the knees, inhale, come up onto the toes. Exhale, see if you can draw the heels down to the mat. Even lift the toes. Inhale, lift, bend the knees. Lift the hips, exhale, heels down. Look between the space in your hands. Either drop the knees down or slide that right foot all the way through. Long stride, coming into that lunge. And then begin to move your heel back towards you and take that overreaching stretch. The idea here is we want to keep that heel down and feel the stretch on our Achilles, our calf muscle. Open through chest and heart. Use fingertips or use blocks either side of you. And just continue with that stretch. One more breath. Move your weight forwards. Come onto the heel and slide that foot away into your half Hanuman stretch for your hamstring. Try not to sit down in this pose, but keep the chest and the heart moving forwards. Again, use blocks either side of you. One more breath. Plant the foot down. Inhale, move the arms either onto the knee or all the way up overhead into Anjana Asana. You don't have to sink into those hips. Keep nice and strong and tuck the tailbone under. Breathing in, breathing out. Both hands to the inside this time. Start to turn the toe to the very diagonal of the mat. Perhaps even move that back leg behind you a little bit more into that low lizard pose. Lots of options in this lizard, so if you know you're in a more flexible body and you're feeling good today, perhaps you're able to roll onto the outer edge of the foot and you can take that right hand, drop a little bit higher onto the knee. Or just continue to hold in that low lizard on the hands, on the forearms. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Plant down through the fingertips once again. You're going to start to walk that back knee in just enough. Keep that toe moving out. Come onto the fingertips and step that left foot nice and wide. Feet still turning out and begin to lower yourself into the forward fold. Taking hold of opposite elbow, but see if you can take hold really of the bony part of your elbow and allow those hips to drop nice and high. Or to lift nice and high. Hands onto the shins, inhale, flat back, walk the feet in, and really lift through. On your exhale, soften through the knees, take hold of the backs of your calf muscles, your ankles, and draw yourself back down. Perhaps you straighten the legs this time, or you keep them bent, elbows wide. One more lift, inhale, exhale, drawing down. Opposite elbow, if you need any more, the hands can come over the head, taking that stretch through. Release the fingertips to the mat, and this time you're going to stretch that right leg all the way back behind you. Walk the fingertips either side, uncurl the back toe, draw that foot in just enough to press through and come into that overreaching stretch. Again, working this time on your left Achilles. So you can definitely place blocks. Anything you like either side of you. Breathing in and breathing out. Start to move the hip backwards and come onto the heel. Again, you can always plant down through the top of the foot and soften the knee. Get into the belly of the hamstring or keep those toes flexing upwards. Crown of the head moving forwards. Distribute some weight into those fingertips, tent the hands. Left hip coming back, right hip slightly coming forwards to square up the hips. When you're ready, draw the heel in, plant down through the foot and lift all the way up into that low Anjana Asana stretch. Low crescent lunge, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, and on your exhale, hands to the inside. As the hands come to the inside, turn the toes to face the top diagonal. And either stay there in your lizard stretch or begin to lower yourself down. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Of course, there's all of those options of lizard, twisted dragon, to place the left hand onto the thigh, even to look behind you, placing the hand on the lower back. Take your time there, inhale, exhale. Move yourself back through. Lifting up this time, hand to the opposite side, curl the back toe under, Slide that left foot back to meet your right and lift the hips lovely and high. Walking the ankles, the heels outwards, the big toes turning in just enough. From there, you're going to take your left foot behind your right and take that cross. Moving the left foot back, right foot comes across to the left. Stretching out the calf muscles and the side of the legs, the spine, moving the leg back, all wide down dog. On your inhale, move the body forwards like a wave. Option to lower onto the knees or to lower your belly all the way down to the mat. Release the legs, really stretch them behind you nice and long. Roll the shoulders up, back and down and come into that low baby cobra. So we're going to take variations of these postures now, almost like progressions. So you can stay there, hands underneath and squeeze. You're welcome to lift the hands off and squeeze. Or you can start to lift a little bit higher into the back, perhaps coming into Sphinx pose, fingertips wide. And don't forget to squeeze your bum in this posture. If you need more, you turn the fingers out, thumbs forwards, and rise and come up into seal pose. Eyes at the elbows forwards, chin ever so gently tucked into your chest, gazes forwards, planting down through the tops of the feet, and squeezing your bum. When you're ready, make your way all the way down. Taking one more lift, the variation of your choice, or this time if you'd like to, roll the shoulders back and down, lift, draw the belly in, and then slide those hands behind you, lacing the fingertips. Inhale, lifting up, locust pose, legs can rise as well, and exhale lower. Hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, lift yourself up, nice wide knees, back and down into your frog's pose, child's pose variation. So toes can come out here, or keep those big toes together. Drop yourself all the way through. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, plant down through the hands, begin to rise and come up. Walk those knees in just enough. And then from there, you're going to slide that right knee in towards your right wrist. Moving that right foot out just enough. And then begin to knee and toe, that back leg behind you. So keep it active, firm up the thighs. Try not to just sink into this pose. And keep working that back foot behind you, lengthening through the leg, coming into your pigeon pose. So you're definitely welcome to move the leg out a little bit more. Don't worry if you're not squaring up, I'm nowhere near on this pose this morning. And hold it there. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. Start to move that left leg all the way around you, dropping your right toes underneath. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, take that forward fold into your Janu stretch. We won't be here too long. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Nice extension, flexion through the foot, both hips coming down. On your inhale, rise. And from there, you're going to square up that right shin with the top short edge of your mat, placing either the ankle or the foot on top of the knee. So knee on top of ankle, ankle on top of knee. Moving the flesh from your bottom, or really simply just take a cross leg and then lower yourself down. Fingertips behind you, leave your chest and heart. Get to the point where you can feel the stretch. And either walk those hands forwards, coming into square pose or file up pose, and hold it there. Deep breaths all the way into your belly. Perhaps you even make a fist and drop your forehead down. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, rise and come up. And then from there, that left leg that is on top is going to stay there, and you're going to move that right leg around. So as you come up high to start off with, right onto that knee, and then begin to just walk knee and toe that back leg behind you. Really putting some force into that back foot, firming up this thigh, pressing that hip down to level the hips. Work through the fingertips, perhaps draw the foot out just for a moment, and take that stretch down the outside of your left hip, perhaps into your right hip flexors as well, holding it there. Again, of course, you can lower down if it feels good. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw the right leg all the way through this time, nice and long. Taking those toes, turning the sole of the foot to face upwards on the left side, left toes underneath your hamstring. Flex through those right toes, inhale, lift nice and tall. And exhale, dive yourself forwards, lead with chest and heart. Flex through the right foot, take hold of the outside, perhaps the calf muscle. Don't be afraid to have softness under the knee or place a block as well. A towel, a cushion, whatever you have. And then start to come forwards into the Janu stretch. Take any variation of bind, of lock that you have. It might be a toe grip. You might extend through that right wrist and take a bind. Breathing in, breathing out. So really feel your breath coming all the way into your lower abdomen again. As you roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, nice and easy. Give your shoulders a roll back up and down. Start to move that left shin this time parallel. Keep flexing the foot so it stays nice and strong to protect your knee. And then place that right ankle on top of the knee. Square up, knee on top of ankle. Move the flesh from your bottom again. Sit lovely and tall. Again, you can always just drop that foot off as well and just come into a cross leg. Inhale. Exhale, start to move yourself forwards. Feel the difference between both sides and then walk the hands through. When you find that edge of your stretch, keep flexing those feet. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Allow yourself to go that little bit further, perhaps making fist on top of fist for the head. Breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhalation, rise and come up nice and tall. Raise the shoulders, give them a roll back, release the neck again. And drop those feet together, right hands in front of you. Sit lovely and tall, knees, thighs. Inhale, lift up with the arms. Exhale, take that left elbow to the outside of the right knee, coming into that TP twist. The hand can always drop down onto the thigh, hold onto the hip. Right fingertips behind you. Gazing down or gazing beyond that shoulder. Totally up to you. On the inhale, lift all the way back up, reach, 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 belly draws in. Exhale, take your opposing side. Right elbow across the knee, the hand drops down. Keep sitting lovely and tall on your sitting bones. No need to force or strive in these stretches. Keep working with your breath. And you can always pause and take a little bit longer in any of those stretches that you're feeling more of. Inhale, lift all the way up. And on your exhale, drop the hands underneath your thighs. You've got an option here. You're either going to rock yourself back a couple of times onto your spine and just mobilise, or you're going to rock your legs all the way over the head and come straight into Halasana plow pose. Hands to the lower back if you're there, lifting the thigh bones all the way up. Hands pressing in or taking hold of the mat. If your feet don't touch, keep your hands on your lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. If you haven't taken Halasana, plow pose, or if you have and you want to roll down, start to draw the knees in towards your chest, Apanasana pose, massage out the lower back. If you know there's anything else you need to do, perhaps a spinal twist today, if you've got time, add that into there. Otherwise, as you rock from side to side, we're just going to drop the feet all the way down to the mat. Just shuffle so that you're in a good position. Let the knees drop nice and wide. Let your edges of your feet come together. And then begin to take the hands, lace them behind the head. Drop the head all the way back into the hands, the thumbs coming down the spine, and really press. Take a moment in this posture to open up the body and breathe. Stay here for as long as you like. Move into a traditional Shavasana or a restorative pose of your choice. And if you need to get going today in your own time, release the hands at any moment. Draw the knees together, massage out the lower back once again, and then rock and roll yourself all the way up into your seated posture, cross leg, whatever feels good. Come to sit lovely and tall, roll the shoulders, nod the chin into the chest, find that length through the spine, feel the body all nice and woken up. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Thumbs all the way through to the space between your brows, your third eye center. Inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. Living your life to its fullest, embrace your life with passion, bowing to the divine in each and every one of you, saying thank you as always for coming onto your mat. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.